Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can tell from the title, I am going to be doing a tag, and the tag is the homemakers tag or stay-at-home mom tag, however you would like to call it. And I found it on a blog that I was reading, and I had never heard of it before, like even on YouTube. So I Googled it, and then I saw it around YouTube. I'm like, wow, like I never knew that tag was there. It's been around for a couple of years, but I thought it'd be really fun to answer those questions. And I also, by the end of my video, I will be having named 3 channels that I will be tagging as well. So stay tuned so you can find out if I tag you and so I could be nosy. Start it, guys. Okay, so question number 1 is, have you ever had anyone say anything negative about you staying at home? So I've never had anyone say anything directly negative to me. I've heard people, make little suggestions like, there's a really huge gap between my second child and my third child, about 5 years. So people were, quite a few people in my family, and just other people that I knew were like, well, when are you going to go back to school? Or, do you plan to, get back into your field? And before I stayed at home, I was in the Army, but I was a nutritionist. So, they would ask me things like that. Do I plan on doing something with that knowledge? And my answer was always no. I don't think they meant to be negative. I think maybe they just thought, if you're not, having a baby in the house, do you still intend to just, be around the house? And ever since I got pregnant, I knew that I wanted to stay at home. I had 2 working parents, and God bless them. They did the best they could by me and my brothers and sisters, and they worked like dogs to take care of us because they had 6 kids. So my mom and my dad had to work really hard, but I knew that I did not want that. I did not want to be away from my children. I want to be there for every soccer game. I want to be there, to help with homework. That's something that I've always wanted. I knew that if I had children, I would stay at home. And, I joined the Army at that time. I didn't intend to, get married and start a family. I just intended to work. But I knew if I was going to have kids, I was definitely going to stay at home. So when I had kids, I had absolutely no intentions of going back to work. So saying all that to say this, no one has ever said anything negative. They have insinuated that there's other things I can do, but it really doesn't bother me when people ask me that, and I'm like, no, I intend to, take care of my family. I find honor in that. So it really doesn't bother me when people ask me those questions. I'm just like, no, like I love taking care of my family. That's what I'm going to do. So question number 2 is, what are your favorite and least favorite parts of being a stay-at-home mom? So as I was saying earlier, my favorite part is that I have the ability to be there for everything. I'm a bit of a control freak, so I really like the fact that for the first, let's say, about 11 years until your children start to become teens, I am the biggest influence in their life. There's not a daycare provider. It's not a family member. It's me and the environment that I create. So that is my favorite thing about being a stay-at-home mom, is that I am their biggest influence for a whole decade. Before you know, they become like little teenagers and teenagers and start to get their own ideas. So that is what I love the most about being a stay-at-home mom. My least favorite thing about being a stay-at-home mom would be I guess my family, we are doing very well financially, but sometimes I know for a fact that if I worked like financially, we'd be so much, better. I guess that would be my least favorite thing, like I'm not greedy or anything like that, but I wouldn't have to choose between, saving for a vacation or putting more money in my daughter's King Safe fund, so if I had a job, then I would be able to save more and faster. But I would say that would be my least favorite thing. The other things about being a stay-at-home mom, I don't mind at all. Question number 3 is, what is your favorite chores and your least favorite chores? So I don't think this is really being a stay-at-home mom. This is literally your choice. But my least favorite chore is cleaning up after my animals. In our home, we have on the side of our house, we have a kennel for our dogs. Like, it's completely fenced in, boxed in, left, right, back, front, and on the top. It's completely fenced in, and it's probably about 10 feet by 10 feet. And so my least favorite chore, of course, is going out there in the kennel and cleaning up cleaning up the dog mess. But I don't know if that's really a stay-at-home mom chore, because I have an option to not have pets, but we chose to have them. But that's my least favorite chore. My favorite chore, I guess, would be vacuuming. I don't know, I like to see the vacuum lines. I like to, to know that all the crumbs are picked up. It's weird, but I like the sound, knowing that, ooh, I got all the Cheerios up. And, whenever I dump the canister on the trash can, I like the fact that, ooh, all this dog hair is up. So I like seeing what I've picked up from my carpets. So I guess that would be my favorite chore, vacuuming. Okay, so question number 4 is, what time do you go to bed and what time do you wake up? Now, I go to bed, I never go to bed before midnight. I never do. I wish I did, but I don't. I have a hard time falling asleep before that. But also, after I put my kids to bed, I like having alone time. Like, I like the peace and quiet. And if I go to sleep right after they're asleep, I don't get to, prance around the house and do the little things that I want to do alone. So I never get to bed before midnight, and I usually wake up about 6 o'clock or 6:30. The next question is, do you play anything in the background while you are cooking or cleaning? All the time. Yeah. So if I'm having like a bad day and I need to relax, I'll play a jazz music. Like, it'll calm me down, like smooth jazz. Like the 90s jazz, like Kenny G, that type of jazz. And if I'm just like having a really great day and I just want to be upbeat and move with it, I usually play gospel, a lot of like Southern modern gospel. Question number 6 is, do you get dressed most days or do you stay in your PJs? Most days, I don't stay in my PJs, but I don't get dressed. I'll wear yoga pants, tights, and a t-shirt. But like, I wouldn't wear that going to the store, but they're not pajamas. So I put on grungy loungewear. So I guess I do get dressed. I don't stay in the pajamas, but I don't get dressed like if I had to run to the store. Then I'll put on a whole different outfit if I had to go to the store or something like that. Question number 7 is, how often do you do your hair and makeup? When I have to leave the house. I don't put on makeup just in general, just lounging around the house. Now, doing my hair, I mean, I guess for me it's different, because I wear a ton of protective hairstyles. So I guess you could say my hair is always done, but I guess not to go out. But yeah, I wear a lot of protective hairstyles. So like, whether it's in braids or whether, I haven't something like that, my hair is done. But to go out, no, I don't put on like hair and makeup and stuff like that, just being around the house. Like, no, I don't. I just, like, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm probably wrestling with my dog. I'm not about to look cute to do that. Okay, on to question number 8. What are the trouble zones in your home? The biggest trouble zones in my home would be my closets. I really need to get on my downstairs closet. I haven't paid any attention to it since we moved in, because it's been, coming into the spring and the summer months. So I haven't needed coats, gloves, or anything. So I don't even pay attention to the downstairs closet since we moved in. And it's been, December, January, February, March, April. It's been like 5 months since I've done anything in that closet. My kids' closets are always a mess. So I would say the closets are the trouble zones in my house. Number 9, do you get distracted? I don't think so. My husband will probably say different, but I don't think so. I'm able to like multitask. I can literally be on the phone all day with my sister and I could still wash a car, cook dinner, and do dishes, like all while yakking with my sister on the phone. So I don't think I get too distracted. Number 10, do you enjoy staying at home or do you miss going back to work? Now, I loved my job. I loved being a soldier. There wasn't anything that I disliked about the Army. So I really did enjoy it. I would never choose work over raising my kids, but I did love my job. So do I want to go back? No. sometimes, you know, like as I see my husband's career advancing, there is a little ping inside me like, oh, that could have been me. But I don't regret it. And my husband is amazing. Like, I'm gonna get emotional, y'all, but every promotion he gets or any type of accolades, he always brings it home and he gives it to me. And he's always like, I couldn't even do this without you. He was like, so, you know, this is, you know, your promotion too. This is your award too. It's beautiful. But, no, I don't miss it. I love staying at home. I am so blessed to be able to do that. So if there was, you know, some light bulb that was like, hey, would you go back to work if you could? No, I wouldn't. Not at all. Question number 11. What is your never-ending chore? I think that's kind of obvious. Laundry or doing the dishes. I cook, you know, 3 meals a day, and I have to do the dishes after that. And my kids, you know, they get dirty every day. Gotta, you know, take, you know, their clothes off and wash them. So those are the chores that are never ending for me. Number 12. What is your way to have me time? I like to run. Like, I know I probably, you know, that's like a hobby of mine. It's something I do for myself. Mental health, physical health. I love to run. It's such a good emotional release. It just, I don't know, like, in layman's terms, when I run, it's like my mind gets clear. All the bad juju is out. I always feel refreshed. I always just feel like I'm on top of the world after a good run. So that would be my me time. And if I can't go running, I like to craft. I love to paint something, you know, build something. I love that. Right now, I'm working on repainting some bedroom furniture. So I just love to craft. I love to do things like that. So if I get some time for me, those are things that I do. I know it's not the typical, you know, put a, you know, bubble bath and all that other stuff, but I just feel like, I don't know, I just want to use my time to do something other than, you know, wash my face. Okay, so question number 13. How often and how does your husband chip in? My husband's deployed right now, so he don't chip in with nothing. He's paying all the bills. That's how he chips in. But as far as household chores go, my husband doesn't really do a whole bunch of household chores. He does like outside stuff. He clips the bushes, washes the cars, gets the cars serviced, you know, stuff like that. But when it comes to like the domestic stuff, that's all me. And it's not like a machismo type of thing. It's just that honestly, I have a really type A personality. I don't want you hanging up I don't want you folding my clothes the wrong way. I don't want you putting the cups where the Tupperware goes. So question number 14 is, if you have children, when do you do your chores, or do you find it hard to keep up with them? Not at all. If I had like a baby that was like brand new or like under 1, you know, things were a little bit more difficult at that time. But right now I have a 4-year-old, I have a 9-year-old, and I have a 12-year-old. And I don't find it hard to do my chores at all. I have time that, you know, I hang out with them and I spend time with them, and then times that I do my chores. But just in general, I run a pretty tight ship. My kids are aware of what is expected of them, and they understand, you know, what I have to do. And you know, they don't really cause trouble. I mean, they argue over toys here and there, but nothing really goes on throughout the day where I can't get my work done. Some days, you know, if they're having difficulties with like their devices, you know, like, you know, because we have the virtual learning right now. So sometimes that might take up a large portion of my time if they like software needs to upload or something like that. But just like trying to do my chores, no, not at all. Question number 15. What is your favorite room and why? I would say my bedroom, because it's like my little sanctuary. Like you know, the rest of the house is for everybody. You know, the living room's for everybody. You know, my daughter has her room. The boys have their area. My husband has his man cave. So, you know, but the bedroom is like my little place. You know, I can go in there. I shut the door. Have a snack, watch TV, you know, just be able to just be in there and read a book. And also the windows in my room, they face west. So when the sun sets, it gets like this. I mean, I have so many homes around. I don't get to see the sunset on the mountains, but I do get to see all of, you know, the purple and the orange and stuff like that around dusk time. So I really, really like that. Question number 17. What is your least favorite room in my house? I would say the bathrooms, my kids' bathrooms, because they are gross. Like, I don't know. It's like I didn't teach them anything. Just the way they just go in there and they just act like it's a locker room. It's the worst room in the house. Okay. Question number 18. Do you feel that your home reflects your personal style? I do. I'm, you know, just, you know, not in a negative way, you know, but I'm kind of simple. I always call myself basic because like I'm not very flashy. You know, it doesn't take a lot to please me. So my home style was kind of like a farmhouse, not modern farmhouse, but it's kind of like, you know, a little country farmhousey. So yeah, I think so. You know, I think that reflects me. I just have like a really simple personality and I'm pleased with the little things. So I would say farmhouse would fit right there. Question number 19. What does your home smell like? Well, it depends on what time of day it is. If it's early in the morning, it smells like coffee. In the middle of the day, you'll probably be able to smell my plugins better because I don't have a lot of food going on in the middle of the day. But I cook twice a day. So I cook breakfast and dinner, and then lunch is usually something quick like cold cuts. You know, maybe like I'll make like the kids a quesadilla or something really fast like that. So most of the time, my house is gonna smell like whatever meal I'm cooking, but I usually use the Cashmere Woods Glade plug-in. So around lunchtime, you can smell that really good. But around dinner, if I'm frying fish, that's what my house smells like. In the morning, it's coffee. So question number 20. What are your strong points and weak points when it comes to homemaking? My strong points would be organizing. Like, I'm really good at organizing, you know, things go in their certain place. My kids are very, you know, aware of their mother's behavior. So they're really great at putting things back. So that would be my strong point. My weak point would be cooking. In my opinion, I'm not like the best cook. Like I'm nowhere near as good as my grandma. But my food is good and it's edible, but it's not like, you know, it's not like grandma food, you know. Maybe by the time I become a grandma, it'll be like, ooh, you want to go to Grandma Troy's house because she got the best this or that. But I would say right now that would be my weak point. So you guys, that is the end of the tag. I hope you enjoyed it and got to know a little bit more about me. And all you ladies that I tagged, as you all saw going across the screen at the end, I hope you all do this. I really, really want to watch. As you can see, I tagged you. I'm kind of nosy. And I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.